Welcome to this edition of the Stuart Hunter Weekly Briefing. It's your guide to all things happening in the Fort Stewart and Hunter Army Airfield communities. Charlotte Martin has your weekly briefing after this.
Welcome to FMWR Stuart Hunter Weekly Briefing. We keep you updated on what's going on so you can better plan your week. I'm Charlotte Martin. Thanks for joining us today.
I'm currently standing outside of Dorchester Academy, one of the first schools for freed slaves, recognized for its civil rights history. This is where Martin Luther King planned part of his civil rights movement only 50 years ago. The 19-year-old's pickup was found in Hoover Creek Tuesday, and his body was inside, according to relatives. He was last seen alive on January 31st on campus and was found only about a mile away from there. The GBI says the cause of death is still unknown, but there's no signs of foul play. Good morning, I'm Charlotte Martin. Thanks for joining us for your Liberty News Updates. We'll bring you the latest headlines. A Hunter Army Airfield Ranger is killed in action. These are tough times for a botanical garden here in Liberty County. The last troops from Georgia's 48th Brigade to leave Afghanistan are finally heading home after facing flight delays for several days because of volcanic ash from Iceland. They're scheduled to arrive this morning. Nationwide annual sales of organic produce are rising, creating a new billion-dollar industry. There are only 9 organic farms on Oahu. The Corcoran Family Center always has fun stuff for your family. The Cyber Sam's is a great place for little ones with slides, volcanoes, and over 6,000 balls to throw, shoot, and play. Getting around town is easy on the MBTA, the nation's oldest public transportation system. Hi, I'm Charlotte Martin. Thanks for joining us for your Liberty News Updates. We'll bring you the latest headlines. Here's what's going on. This is where it all happened. Friday morning at 9 a.m., the fire took over and a 2-month-old baby died.
The worst terror attack since September 11 happened last week at America's largest military base, Fort Hood. And we're all wondering what was the tipping point that turned suspect Major Hassan into a mass killer. We talked to Dr. Chris Warner at Fort Stewart to find out the appropriate action for the Army to take right now. Hello, I'm Charlotte Martin. I'll bring you the latest local headlines from the Coastal Courier and Liberty County. Here's your Liberty News Update. The happiest place on earth is Disneyland, right? Wrong. A new study shows that Denmark is in fact the happiest place on earth, and Sweden, my home country, comes in second. Did you know that if your spouse is deployed, you could be eligible for up to $300 in Skies Unlimited classes under the new Army Covenant benefits? Click on the link next to the screen to find out more. Authorities say a new law that bans texting while driving is making a major difference on the roads. The law forbidding drivers from texting or emailing from their cell phones unless the car is in park went into effect on July 1st. And voters are going to the polls again today to decide a handful of races that were not settled in July's primaries. The most prominent one is the clash between Nathan Deal and Karen Handel for the Republican nomination for governor. President Obama is expected to address the nation at 8 tonight to explain what is happening. Sounds pretty good, right?
It was my duty. I was drafted. I didn't have nothing.
Construction on Gatesville Cafeteria is keeping dorm residents from sleeping. Students and faculty are still working at the hall, so the plan is to move everyone out by August. This edition of Campus Connection was written, reported, and produced. Hi, I'm Charlotte Martin, and this week I talked to local people here in Hinesville to find out how you have been affected by the economic downturn. After all, we're still in the recession and many local businesses have closed and many more are laying off workers or cutting hours. The National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory for this afternoon, which is in effect from noon today until 6 p.m. this evening for most of southeast Georgia. Liberty Fest, 2 days of entertainment, carnival rides, arts and crafts, refreshments, fireworks, and more kicks off Friday. All the festivities are planned for Brian Cummins off Highway 84 in central Hinesville. There will be more stories on coastalcourier.com and in the Coastal Courier that will give you all the details. Turn to us when you want to know what's happening. I'm Charlotte Martin, and I hope you tune in with us next week.